He is a leader at Botty, one of the top leaders, and also very successful businessman. Been featured in Success Magazine. So, without further ado, Christian, you can go ahead and take it away.
Awesome stuff. So I think everybody can hear me because we've all been chatting here a little bit before. So I'm going to just tear right into it. But before I do, let me give it back to my friend Trish. She's a leader's leader. She's actually grown, a brick and mortar business to a multi-million-dollar business out of Orlando, Florida. So I have a lot of respect for her, for her business sense and what she's accomplished. But now I get to see, what she's doing on the leadership end and the networking end, and she is just as impressive in that arena. So it is such an honor, Trish, for you to be the person that introduces me and says nice things about me. Appreciate that. Awesome. You know what, before for those of you that do not know who I am, my name is Christian Flynn. I'm a business coach, been an entrepreneur, owned a lot of different kinds of businesses over the past 18 years. And, through that, I've, what I say is I've gone to the school of hard knocks, essentially. And, through that, you learn a lot of stuff. And, now I have the blessing to get to teach other people and try to help them avoid some of those bumps in the road as they go along their journeys as well. What I'd like to say to you right now is this. I want to congratulate you for being on here. This is invite only. This is a leadership call. This is an ambassador call, and we're going to talk about what that means to you here in a minute. But this says a couple things about you. One, somebody believed enough in you to invite you to be here to see what we're putting together. We're all equals in this world, so everybody that's on here, we're all we're getting to know each other. We're becoming family. We're all working and growing together for the same common cause, and it's a belief in this company that we've found called Botty. And I want to talk about that. I'm going to go ahead and just share my screen with everyone. And I want to run through just a couple slides, and then we've got some other just really great people on that I'd like to also utilize these individual leaders. Let me move my stuff here. Give me a second. Because they are doing some big things as well, and I'd like to hear their testimony. Give me this thing is not working with me here. Move. There it goes. I don't know if you guys can see my screen or not. Do you guys see my screen?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Perfect.
Cassie, you're too kind.
Okay. Here we go. All right. So, like I mentioned, the name of our company is Botty, and essentially, the reason that Botty was born is we have a gentleman by the name of John Lewis. You see him there on the right next to that sign. This gentleman here, he's a young guy. He was an athlete, very successful basketball player. He was actually so successful that he's been in some basketball commercials with the likes of LeBron James. He was an actor. He got into entertainment, and he actually walked away from all that to become an entrepreneur. Now, here's what's unique about that situation and how Botty was basically formed. When he was, Mr. Superstar Celebrity John Lewis, everybody catered to him. And through this, they basically wrote his diets for him. They told him what time he had to be at the gym, what he had to work out that day at the gym, that he had life coaches, he had wealth coaches. He had just a group of professionals, the best of the best in all these key areas that helped him basically run his life. So he worked on a schedule and was very successful. But then when he got away from that and he walked away from that world into the world of entrepreneurship, which most of you on this call here tonight probably understand, that nothing is automated for you. Nothing. You've got to basically be self-disciplined enough to run your own daily method of operation and get through that day only to start the next one. And to have a system, some of us have developed that through time, but it can always get interrupted. And so what he found was that the world is lacking this automation that he found when he was in that world. And so with Botty, he basically said, hey, look, if I could create a way to automate others' lives, that would be something that he believes and we believe that the entire world would feel valued. And so I want you to think about this for a second. Think about Uber. Think about Airbnb. Think about Amazon. Think about everything going online today. And now, people to people, business has just, it's changed. Would you agree? It's like we see that change happening, and we can embrace that change, or we can cower away from it. But through this change, what we're seeing now is a lot of artificial technology, like AI, right? And so this artificial intelligence is now a part of, social media. It's part of emails. It's part of funneling. It's part of all these other different things. But now what we found is a way that we can automate your life through artificial intelligence through Fit Body. Now here's our product, and we've got a lot of great panelists on here. But before you talk about the individuals that are helping us put this together, one thing I want to say is this: there's no downloads, there's no apps. It's simply something that you're going to have through Facebook Messenger. Facebook, would you say, is pretty popular? Like social media wise, Facebook is like the creme de la creme, right? Most people have Facebook. It's very rare that you meet somebody that doesn't have Facebook. So it's not like something that they have to add in addition to, or another app on their phone, or something now that's new on their desktop. So what I'm telling you right now is this is not going to change anybody's way of life. And to see, that's one of the biggest, the biggest hiccups is people will start going to the gym, but they get out of that routine because it's changing something that they already do. It's not something that's comfortable for them, but most people have a phone in their pocket these days, and most people have Facebook Messenger. Now we've got some really great people that I'm going to introduce you to here in just a second. But what you see down below there, and I'm going to move my little cursor here, we've got meals, recipes, grocery lists, exercises, and then a Facebook group, which is the exclusive Fit Body community, which we'll talk about here in a second. Now, you have the ability to have this artificial intelligence based on your personal goals, send you meals, what groceries you need to buy when you go to the store, what exercises you need to do, and on what day. And then we're going to talk about some new stuff that's up and coming. But Mr. Mike Lawson, is your mic on? Are you on mute?
Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you, bro. Hey, just real quick, let me ask you a couple questions. So Mike Lawson, he is also a business coach. He's an entrepreneur. He's been doing this for a very, very long time. And Mike, you can tell everybody a little bit about who you are. But more importantly, I want you to highlight what it costs people to work with you on a one-on-one basis for business coaching.
Well, I mean, everyone's different depending upon their needs and how much time they want, and there's a bunch of different variables. But on the low end, $500 a month. On the high end, it could go into the thousands of dollars on a monthly basis.
And how much time does someone get from you per week for $500 a month?
That would probably be maybe an hour a week, half hour a week. Again, depending upon half hour to 1 hour a week, I would say.
Okay.
Maybe some other things in between. It really depends on what they're looking for.
Awesome stuff, man. And now we've also got some life coaches on here, and I want to talk about Celia here for just a minute because she's actually started speaking some life into me. I have kids, and she's just blessing me with all kinds of great stuff that I should probably be paying her for. But Celia, are you on here tonight also?
I am on here. How are you, Kristen? I'm
doing excellent. So Miss Celia, same question. So what would it cost to work with you on a one-on-one basis for the same benefit that you're basically essentially providing Fit Body?
Okay, so basically I'm a family empowerment coach, and work with families with their parenting skills, health and wellness. I'm a nutritionist, and it basically costs a person about $300 a month for basic hour a week counseling sessions. And I also offer them some extra time as well, but pretty much an hour a week, $300 a month.
Okay, so $300 a month for what you do in life coaching, another $500 a month for what Mike does in business coaching. Now, Mr. Ryan Brown, we have Dr. Ryan Brown on here tonight. I see he's on mute. Ryan, do you have just a second? I want to kind of address personal training. Ryan's owned and operated several different gyms. He's now he's actually a doctor, and he teaches laws of attraction, some very, very cool things. But Ryan, in the world of let's talk about personal training, how much would somebody expect to pay per month for personal training for a one-on-one coach?
Well, it's funny you ask. My fiance just signed up for another month at Lifetime Fitness down the street here in Dublin, and she's paying $800 a month. And guess who gets to pay for that one? Yeah, but the $800 a month. I mean, it sounds a lot. You can do. We have a lot of gyms like we used to in California. We had this kind of a quick fit is what it was called. It was kind of an introductory. It was our least expensive program that we offered, and that was $250 a month to get started. And it came with basically 2 sessions for the first week, and then 1 each week following with a trainer. So you'd get to meet maybe 3 or 4 times total with a trainer for $250. She's doing $800 a month, and we got a discount. We know the trainer and the situation, and she's going to be training, 5 days a week with her trainer for $800 a month, and that's discounted.
Let me ask you this, Ryan. Now that's just teaching somebody how to pick weights up off the ground and sit them back down again. How much would it cost if I said, could you also write me out a diet plan to help me meet my fitness goals?
Well, most personal trainers aren't dietitians. There's few out there that are both, exercise science or exercise physiologists, and they can train the body. But then there are people who are certified nutritionists or dietitians where they can actually write scripts. So it's very rare that you can get a trainer that does both. So you'd have to go now find an actual nutritionist who can write a script for you on the nutrition side.
Okay.
And that's going to cost an additional amount.
And actually, the female that you see there on the phone in this slide, her name is Miss Sarah Hall. She's fantastic. She's friends to all of us now at this point, but she's one of the nutritionists that Ryan is referring to that you get to work with. And so why do I bring all this up? Because I want you to see the value. I want you to know what kind of value you're going to get from Fit Body. The cost per month, I think you would agree, if you had all those services as well over probably maybe over $3,000, you're getting advice from Ryan Brown, from Mike Lawson, from Celia, from Trish, from me for $27 per month. Now, here's the deal, ladies and gentlemen. You guys, like I said, are leaders. So you guys are ambassadors, and we're going to teach you how to, automate this for free, but then not only be a product of the product, use this, grow, get better, develop yourself, but actually, share this blessing with others, and there's an income opportunity for you. Now, this is not network marketing. It's more what I would consider affiliate marketing. But we'll talk about the compensation here in just a second. But before I do, let me explain the Facebook group, because this is pretty unique. And there's a really, really big announcement that's going to come here at the end of the week that's actually going to change this slide, which you guys will be very excited to hear. But Monday is Mindset Monday. We have to work on our personal development. Without a strong mind, your life could be in disarray, and you have no idea why you're just having the problems you're having. It's usually where we want to start, and that's why that's on Monday. Then we talk about nutrition on Tuesday. So you're going to have coaches like Miss Sarah Hall or like Dr. Ryan Brown talking to us about good nutrition and teaching us things, loopholes or tricks, and people showing us diets and, how to make different kind of dishes, and how to, the gluten-free things and the keto things, all these things that you keep hearing about. We're going to teach you exactly what's going on there. That's all inside of the community. Wealth Wednesday, this is more the business-minded people. If you're looking to own a business, or you already own a business, there are some very, very cool tips and tricks that we're going to share with you on Wednesdays to help you increase what you're already doing or get where you need to be. Ladies' night, and then Fitness Friday. Of course, then we're going to move into the weekend. We're going to talk about family and relationships. Weekends is for families. And then, of course, Sunday is spiritual. That's our spiritual day. And so we have a topic that's going to suit the needs of absolutely everybody right in the very beginning. Now, I love this picture, not just because I'm in it, my beautiful wife Reagan's in it, but because this is the core group of ambassadors, ladies and gentlemen. So we just got started. Fit Body's in what we call pre-launch right now. We're looking for other people to join us in this picture. So right now, that picture is very, very small, but it is rapidly growing. And here's why. Because every time an ambassador comes in and we show it to 5 of our friends, they like it, they get started, you can see we get a residual income of $27. That's 20% of the 27. So when you get 5 people, you've basically now got a free membership to Fit Body for life as long as they remain active. That is what I want you to focus on. You guys that are invited to this call are ambassadors, and we want to help you get this program for yourself for free. And then guess what? Your friends will have the same ability to do the exact same thing. Now, I want you to just stop and pause for a second because I want to create some vision for you. How many people do you have as friends on Facebook? How many names or numbers do you have in your phone? How many email addresses do you have? How many people do you know at work that might want, to be stronger spiritually, physically, mentally, have a better diet, all of the things from the best of the industry? What's taking place right now doesn't exist. You guys get to be first. And one thing I'll say about being first, there is a first mover's advantage. Anytime, if you look at some of these big, multi-billion-dollar companies, and you know what, let's talk about a couple of them just real quick because I want to illustrate this point. I want to make sure that it makes sense. Now, everybody has heard of Herbalife, right? How about Avocare, right? There's how many other network marketing companies out there that sell health products? A lot. More than 3, more than 5. More than 10, Herbalife is the biggest. They're almost a $4 billion company, and these other companies don't even cross the $1 billion mark. Why? Because they weren't first. If I was the first landscaper to move to Columbus, Ohio, where I live, do I have an advantage over all the new landscapers that move to town later? What I'm saying to you, ladies and gentlemen, is this. There will be competition in the future because what we have is a genius idea. But because we are first, we are going to have the lion's share of the market. The people that get to see what we're doing and what we're offering, the competition is really going to have a tough road to hoe. And so I want you to, again, think about how many friends you have on Facebook or, and anybody on Facebook, of course, it's through a messenger app, is a good prospect for what we have to offer. And if you look all the way down at the bottom at 1,000, that's a residual income for you or your family of $5,400 a month. Even if you fell right into the middle at a boss level, 100, that's only, 10% of 1,000? Think about that. That means 1 in 10 people, if you showed this to 10 people, only 1 gets started. So we really believe that for $27 a month, a very, very cheap option for all the value that we're creating should be enough, and I shouldn't have to show you any more slides. But wait, there's more. So when you hit boss level, guess what? We're going to help brand you. You guys are ambassadors, like I said, so we already know you're leaders. We want to help you grow your business. This isn't going to be something that you do full time, probably ever. This is going to be something that you just implement into your life. And so by doing this, and let's say 6 months or a year from now, you hit boss level, then whatever business you're in, the Fit Body corporate leadership, they're going to come in and they're going to help you build your business. They're going to teach you how to use social media. They're going to teach you how to go live. They're going to do some, your marketing templates. Then once you hit personal brand, it gets even more. They're going to start copywriting you. They're going to start teaching you, new school versus old school. By what I mean by that is like now everybody's using funnels in their business. They're going to teach you the high-tech stuff that they know behind the scenes to grow your business. And then from influencer beyond, they are basically going to make you one of the biggest celebrities. They're going to like take you and like make you Grant Cardone. They're going to put you in these awesome videos and fly you around and just make you an absolute superstar celebrity. I like this slide right here probably better than any other slide, because this is what I'm interested in for me, myself, and my business. And the fact that they've already started helping me with that is awesome. This right here, this is for all the bosses and above. This is the Yacht Life competition. So July 6th, this is this year, July 6th through July 8th, people that have hit the boss level and above are going to qualify for a Yacht Life competition. We're going to go out on yachts. We're going to have drinks and dinner parties, and girls can go get the pedicures and we can get massages. I mean, they're basically going to cater to us for a weekend and really take care of us. And that's something that I know we're all going to have a lot of fun. And so I encourage everybody to, start exposing some people and, lock arms with us on this and be a part of that fun trip. We already went down there about a month ago and we just had an absolute blast. And we want you to be a part of that and be in that next picture. So here's the deal. I'm going to go ahead and wrap up. This is how it works. You are going to get an affiliate code, meaning that, okay, you pay 27 bucks, now you're in, you get access to our Facebook group and every one of the trainings, and you get all the bots. And so we're going to start automating your life, all right, based on what you want, not what we want for you, but what you want for you. And then the same thing for anybody else that you know. So based on your own personal goals, the bot is going to tailor your diets, going to tailor your workouts, going to tailor your mindset stuff. We have a new bot called the CEO bot, which I wasn't even going to talk about tonight, but we're already seeing what we have evolve. And it's as simple as this. You're going to get an affiliate link. You're going to talk to people. They're going to say, hey, I hate I'm out of shape, or I have horrible mindset, or whatever it may be, right? You say, look, I've got something that I found that is really changing the game for me, and I think you might I think you might like it. Take a look at it, right? And send them your link. In that link, it's going to offer them a free trial, right? So they can sample and be a part of the Fit Body community for absolutely free. And then if they like it and they stick around, they become one of your 5, and it's as simple as that. If they don't like it, that's okay too. No big deal. Tell them to share the link with somebody that they think does, and anybody that hits that link now becomes one of your Fad 5. And eventually that will compound into, well over 1,000, because like I said, we already have first movers advantage. And that really illustrates the point here of first movers advantage. When you're an early adopter, we know that the bell curve from where we're sitting right now for Fit Body is only going to go up. There will be a point in the future where it does plateau. No business can go up forever. The stock market cannot go up forever. The real estate market cannot go up forever. Like, you're going to see ups and downs, right? Ebbs and flows. Where we are right now, we have the opportunity to take advantage of what we call critical mass. So you may have never heard that term before, but when companies hit critical mass, they hit a major influx, and that's where people really start catching on. The word goes viral. People start signing up like crazy. You need to be in before that, because if you miss that window of opportunity, it's like sitting in Mark Zuckerberg's dorm room. He talks about creating Facebook, and you tell him he's crazy. Like that's never going to happen, and then you miss that bell curve. But for the people that are on here right now, you do have the opportunity to be a part of something that is going to be very big. Artificial intelligence is already, the numbers are already there. This is already supported. So it's not just my opinion. There's data to support what I'm saying. So I'm going to go ahead and wrap up and say this. And we've got a lot of great leaders on the phone, I guess we're not on the phone. We've got a lot of great leaders that are on this call. And so if there's anybody that would like to jump in and add anything to what I said, feel free. This would be that time. But we're also opening it up for any questions. But before I do, if you are already an ambassador, and you have somebody that's on this Zoom call here tonight that would like to be a part of this, just simply send them the link, right? Take them through the process, because that's how we're going to duplicate this. How they're shown is how they're going to show other people. We want people to participate. We're going to move the time on the Tuesday night webinar, this webinar here. We're going to move that up a little bit. I'm not really sure what time. We'll announce that inside of the group. So if you're in, you'll get that information. But just simply send them a link. Let them do the free trial. Try it out. If it's for them, then awesome. Invite some people next Tuesday. So does anybody have any questions, or does any Fit Body leader want to add anything to what I just said? What did I say makes sense? Did I miss anything?
I just wanted to say that a good way to look at Fit Body is like you have your own personal trainer in your pocket. So it's like your own little buddy that comes in with your food for the week, your exercises every day. In addition to that, you have access to coaches in every aspect of your life. And just the cost of it, it's almost ridiculous. It's for pennies a day, seriously. And it's, you know, you can't get that anywhere else. And if you want to get healthy, like we all want to be and should be, it's a no-brainer.
Awesome. Thank you for sharing, Celia. Mike, you got anything you want to say? Ryan, Trish?
There we go. Yeah, some of the some of the recipes that I've gotten so far, and some of the intermediate fastings, just some of that information. I mean, that alone is worth the value that that I've already gotten in the group. Great stuff.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. And I've got a lot of great tips from some of the trainings that you put out that I've implemented in some of my other businesses, and I'm really seeing some great advances there.
Yeah, awesome.
That's something that I would have normally paid you for. And Ryan Brown, I've worked with Ryan Brown. I steal information from Ryan Brown. I go over and tell him I want to just hang out, but the truth is I'm sucking information from Ryan Brown. He trains me for free. He doesn't even know it. All right. Well, hey, if there are no other questions, I'm going to go ahead and end the recording here.